Hey everybody, welcome back to The Truth. For today, we're going to go over the college football for this week, and for next week, we're going to go over the bowl game. Starting on Monday, we had Western Kentucky, who snuck out a close one against Old Dominion. Man, this one really depended on the weather, because if it was going to be a really rainy game, Old Dominion was going to want that run game, but Western Kentucky pulled off a good game against Old Dominion because weather was suitable, they were able to pass, and that's how they've been dominant. That was Monday's game. Going into this week, we have UTSA versus Marshall. UTSA are 12-point favorites. I also favor UTSA. It's kind of hard to see what these bowl games are going to do just because you don't really know who's going to play, who's going to sit out. So it's kind of hard. But give me UTSA in this game. I like UTSA. They're minus 12.5 favorites. I feel like they're going to eat in the passing game. I feel like they're going to play good complementary football in the run game. Syracuse versus South Florida. Give me Syracuse. I honestly feel like they're going to dominate the run game in this game. I do think it's going to be a little close. Give me a 3-point favorite. I like Syracuse. Georgia Tech versus USC. I think this is a tough game to go against. 5:30 ESPN. It's really hard to say just because Georgia Tech's quarterback did have a good season, but receiving wise and running and rushing wise, UCF really is eating this category. If Harvey's playing, give me UCF. I like the run game. I like the receiving. If Baker's playing, I like the receiving game. I like UCF by 7. I think they probably won by a touchdown. It could be close, but I think they probably won by a touchdown. Weather's supposed to be good. So that's why I have a lot of these bowl games. I'm going to give my predictions on them just because this is what I think. Saturday, December 23rd, we have 11 a.m. Troy versus Duke. I'm going to take Duke in this matchup, actually. I'm not going to take Troy. I know Troy's leading in all these categories, but I feel like Duke had a better season. And they were ranked for a while, too. Give me Duke. I think it's going to be a close one in Birmingham. I feel like Duke can pull off the upset. Just like I said, I feel like they're a better team. They just played a harder schedule. Arkansas State versus Northern Illinois. This game, it's hard to say because if Arkansas State's quarterback and receiver play, give me Arkansas State. They're kind of eating. 2,300 passing, 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, Jackson's been great in the red zone. The one thing I will say, though, is if Northern Illinois' run game gets going, it's going to be hard for them to stop. I love the running back, Brown. He's doing really well. 10 touchdowns on the season. It's going to be a good game. Air Force versus James Madison. I think James Madison could actually win this game. I think this is a good game for James Madison. One thing I will say, though, is Air Force's running game their rushing stats are better, but that's just because they focus on the run game. And that's why I think James Madison has the next level of saying, like, hey, we're better at all categories. We just got to go prove it. And Air Force is a team to go prove it to. And if they win, they're 12-1. Their future's so bright. They have such a bright future. Georgia State versus Utah State. I kind of want to go Georgia State in this game just because they've been better in the pass and the run. Now, Utah State does have a better receiver in Royals, but, man, it's tough to go against. When you have a really balanced offense, they're tough to go against just because they can do a lot of things. So give me Georgia State. Southern, and these aren't like big schools. These are smaller schools. South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan. Give me South Alabama. Give me South Alabama. I like this. They match up better in all categories. I like South Alabama in this matchup. 15.5 favorites. I don't know if they'll be 15.5-point favorites. I could see them winning by 14. I'd probably take the under in this one. I could be wrong, though. Utah versus Northwestern. Do I take Utah? Do I take Northwestern? Northwestern's not bad this year. They're better. I'm pretty sure they're better than last year. But you know what? Give me Utah for the upset. Give me Utah. Oh, technically it's not the upset, but give me Utah. I feel like it's really that one more win for me. I'm not big on Utah, but I feel like they probably pull off the win there. Northwestern isn't known for their amazing football. They do pump out a couple good athletes once in a while. Every couple of years, they pump out a couple good athletes. But give me Utah. Coastal Carolina versus San Jose State. Give me San Jose State. They play. I'm pretty sure. I think they're going to beat Coastal Carolina here. I love San Jose's quarterback. I love San Jose's running game. I think they're going to dominate this game. I would do. I like San Jose at minus 10.5 points. And that's going to be it for this week. So I'm going to go by, like I did last time, I'm going to go by week. So next week, I'll cover Bowling Green versus Minnesota all the way through Saturday, which will be the last game, which is Toledo versus Wyoming. And I'll start covering the top 25 matchups and talking about them, where they're at in their seasons, where they're not at. Like, what is the importance of this game? Like, if they win, will they improve their season? If they lose, do they not improve? All of that stuff. I do want to harp on James Madison real quickly. Like I said before, if they win, James Madison's going to keep recruiting, keep getting better. Like these bowl games and these championships, if they're winning constantly, they're going to get better athletes. And then eventually they will make the playoffs. Like James Madison, if they have another great season like they did this year, they'll make the playoffs next year. Like that is not a doubt. After those seasons finished up, I will be comparing last year's top 25 to this year's top 25. And then I'll also talk about my top 25. And then in the future, I want to talk about the committee's top 25 compared to my top 25 from years in the year prior to this year as well. Looking at the future. That's a couple years in the future though. Thank you all for watching. Sorry it was a short video, but it's really hard to manage with college football right now. Tell me what you like, tell me what you dislike, tell me what you think about it. I'll see y'all